The Knocking, September 9th, 2024. This girl was living alone when something seriously unsettling happened. That creepy hand appeared again, just like before. But the weirdness didn't stop there. When she went back inside, she noticed something was messing with her bedsheets. She looked around, searching for an explanation, but found absolutely nothing.
Mami, te grabo este video porque están tocando constantemente la puerta. Y están pasando cosas que no son normales. ¿Quién?
The next night, the same thing happened. This time, she decided to stay completely still and ignore the door, hoping it would stop on its own. But things only got worse. A random object started sliding across the table by itself, and once again, that creepy hand appeared above the door. That was the final straw. Completely freaked out, she packed her bags and stayed at her mom's place for the week. She still hasn't gone back home, and honestly, who could blame her? Next up, we have YouTuber Urbex Hill, who ventures into a breathtaking abandoned Hungarian Lutheran church. Despite being long forgotten, the interior is stunning. Grand architecture, intricate details, and mesmerizing stained glass windows that still catch the light beautifully. It's almost as if time stood still. But as he's filming the windows, something strange appears in the hallway, something that shouldn't be there. If you haven't seen his full video yet, you definitely should. It's around 20 minutes long, but every second is worth it, both for the eerie moments and the sheer beauty of the abandoned church. A mom named Sarai got her little girl a doll as a Christmas present, since the holiday was just around the corner. At first, everything seemed perfectly normal, but it didn't take long before the doll started moving on its own, doing strange things, and even other bizarre occurrences started happening around the house.
A esta muñeca se la regalaron a mi hija, esta ahorita para Navidad. Quedé sola yo aquí en mi casa hace como que unos 2 o 3 días y yo estaba acostada cuando sola empezó a sonar, pero si se dan cuenta no tiene absolutamente nada aquí, porque yo todo le quito, pues mira, si le tocas absolutamente todo se le quita, mira, mira.
Mira, es lo que te dije, esta muñeca no para de moverse, estoy aquí acostada y mira, fíjate, no deja de moverse, no deja de sonar sola, yo no la he tocado absolutamente para nada, la he tocado para nada, la he movido y mírala. Y estoy totalmente sola, o sea, Es en serio, no hay nadie. ¡Ay, Dios mío santo! ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Hola? Y es que no hay nadie, o sea, yo estoy sola en la casa, mira. No te estoy mintiendo, estoy totalmente sola aquí en la casa. La niña no está, porque pues la niña está ahorita con mi mamá, la niña no está. ¿Soy yo o la maleta se movió? ¿Quién está ahí? Virgen Santa, Virgen Santa. Esto se acaba de mover hacia mí. Se sigue moviendo hasta el... ¿Cómo se llama esa cosa de allá abajo? Estoy toda nerviosa. No hay nadie. No, pues que yo sé que no hay nadie porque yo estoy sola, pues. No hay absolutamente nadie aquí. No tengo más que claro, no hay nadie, mira. Aquí estoy yo totalmente... Padre Celestial, ¿soy yo? ¿Estoy mal o hay alguien allá parado? Esta cosa se está... Mira, mira, fíjate. Va para el cuarto de la niña. ¿Te das cuenta? Mírala. Va para el cuarto de la niña. ¿Qué tienes, muñeca? Tengo nervios de tocarla. ¿Qué les digo yo? Las 2 de la mañana. Miren, van a ser las 2 de la mañana. Está bien raro que en la puerta, exactamente en la puerta de mi casa, está llorando un gato después de lo que acaba de pasar con esta muñeca. Después de lo que acaba de pasar con esta muñeca. La verdad que, vaya, estoy nerviosa, sí, por lo que pasó. No tengo miedo, no me da miedo de que una entidad, un espíritu, un demonio, lo que sea, esté aquí. Ya fui, ya miré, no hay absolutamente nada. Absolutamente nada, no se logra ver bien por el vídeo, pero no hay absolutamente nada en el patio. Aquí, totalmente sola, no hay nadie aquí conmigo, no hay absolutamente nadie. Uy, la muñeca, mírenla. Detente, detente, te vas a caer, detente. Miren, y no deja de moverse. ¿Se dan cuenta? Les grabé absolutamente todo lo que pasó con ella.
The doll starts moving on its own again, but this time it gets even worse. It actually starts crying. Just as Sarai is trying to process this, she suddenly hears a cat crying outside her door. At this point, she's convinced the doll is cursed or haunted, which might even explain why it was given to her in the first place. Hopefully, she'll get rid of it before things escalate even further. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments below. This was filmed in a city in Brazil, where a man noticed a strange figure standing motionless in the middle of the road. They didn't move, didn't react, completely frozen, as if unaware of their surroundings. Curious and unsettled, the man stepped closer and began recording. The figure appears human at first until you realize the shocking detail. There's no head, no chest, only the lower half of a body standing eerily still. Whether this is a supernatural event or something else remains a mystery. A bizarre security video surfaced on Reddit about 6 months ago, and at first glance, it seems totally ordinary. The footage shows a woman strolling into a hotel, probably exhausted and ready to call it a night. She's casually walking down the hallway, eyes glued to her phone, nothing unusual. But then, out of nowhere, boom. A nearby plant tips over on its own. No one's around. No obvious explanation. And that's when things start to get really weird. The woman stops in her tracks, completely baffled. But then comes the truly eerie part. If you watch closely, just before the plant topples, a faint shadow flickers into view for a split second, like something is there but barely visible. Then, out of nowhere, a sudden gust of air brushes against her face. That's it, she's done. She spins around and bolts down the hallway. The video cuts off right after. No strings, no clear explanation. So what on earth caused that? Hopefully, she managed to get some sleep after that terrifying encounter, if she even stayed in the hotel at all. Next, we have a clip from Hannah P., who caught something on camera she still can't explain, while casually scrolling through her phone. This is what was recorded.
Hello?
Unsurprisingly, Hannah was left deeply shaken by the chilling encounter. A loud creaking echoed from the staircase, even though no one was there. Her dog seemed to sense it too, barking right as the sounds began. But the most terrifying moment, the sound of footsteps charging down the stairs straight toward Hannah, captured clearly on camera. Though it's not the first time she's experienced something like this, the repetition doesn't make it any less disturbing. So what was it? Who or what was running toward her? There's little information about this next clip, only that it was filmed around 2014 in Alberta, Canada. A subway passenger noticed a girl behaving oddly, so she pulled out her phone and started recording. Then, without warning, the girl's demeanor shifted from normal to something unnatural, almost as if she were possessed. To everyone's shock and horror, she suddenly lunged at the person beside her, launching a violent attack. Some parts of the footage had to be blurred, but here's that chilling clip.
Next stop, Churchill Station.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill. Chill. Whoa. Hey. She's probably possessed. No, she's probably just... Call emergency.
Hey! Stop! Oh my God!
There's little information about this next clip, only that it was filmed around 2014 in Alberta, Canada. A subway passenger noticed a girl behaving oddly, so she pulled out her phone and started recording. Then, without warning, the girl's demeanor shifted from normal to something unnatural, almost as if she were possessed. To everyone's shock and horror, she suddenly lunged at the person beside her, launching a violent attack. Some parts of the footage had to be blurred, but here's that chilling clip.